Hello, and welcome to Art, Creativity, and Wellbeing. This is the show where we are always working to support you in giving as much care and love for yourself as you are accustomed to giving to those that you love, to those in your world, to those around you. I'm Kay Lockculp. I am a coach, I'm a facilitator, I'm a creator, and I'm a thru hiker who used to need a wheelchair. And today I'm so excited because I am here with Melina Navarrete. She is the lead facilitator, lead bilingual facilitator, and lead trainer for the awesome Rebels for Peace. This is the last of our individual conversations with each of the leadership of the Rebels for Peace, uh, and then soon, I believe it'll be next week, you will get to hear from all four of them in a roundtable. So stay tuned for that. Melina, welcome, welcome. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Kay. I'm so excited to be here.
And I'm excited to have you. I mean, we were talking just before we hit record that we've been planning this for quite a while,
Yes. Yes,
and
for a
how
minute.
quickly, yeah, how quickly it's come up.
Yes.
So,
Now I've been stalking you because I've been so curious about what this is gonna be like. I'm very excited to be here.
mm,
Overjoyed.
mm. Um, and I'm excited to be here with you as well. I'm just finding myself super inspired by each of these conversations, um, and I love how they're all different. I mean, like I don't, there hasn't been one of them yet where really there's almost been any overlap, which I think is so fascinating. But also, of course, because you're all individuals, and so that's an important, I think that's why I really wanted to do this was to be able to highlight each of you. Um, and to that end, I'm curious if you're good to start this way. I'd love to kind of start with like, how do you get here?
Mm, that's a great question. That's a great question. Well, you want the long version or the short version?
I would love the version that you would like to share.
Um, I've had a lot of personal difficulties with my own mental health. And from a very young age. And I think when they started showing up most or more often was when I got into high school.
Mhm.
So when I got into high school, my depression was higher. My anxiety was worse. I was getting to be very confrontational and just just not myself at all. I will say that. And so uh, during that heightening of my depression and my anxiety, um, COVID happened, and quarantine happened. We had to be in our homes, and that was very different for me. I went to boarding school for the majority of my middle school and high school, and now I found myself locked up in my room.
Mm.
So my parents are very hardworking individuals, so it'd just be me and my siblings. So I just find myself being or playing the role of a caretaker while doing school, while being locked up, while
Mm.
not having any friends. And I don't think that helped a lot. So yeah, I think the isolation really made it worse. Um, and I found myself in a very dark space that just felt like I could not get out of. Um, and it was after an argument with my mom that I finally was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. Like I don't want nothing to do with anything. Like I don't even want to be here no more. I need like I don't know what to do. And my mom was like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? And I think it finally clicked for both of us what was actually happening. Because I knew what was happening, but I didn't really understand. Like I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to get out of bed. I just don't want to get ready. So it was finally a realization of Oh, this is deeper than just not wanting to get out of bed. And I think that clicked for my mom too. So I got professional help. Um, I ended up going to a mental hospital for a couple of days, and I was able to get one-on-one therapy and group therapy, and um, I met amazing young ladies too that I still keep in touch with to this day,
Mm,
uh, that are also on the better half of their mental health journey, and that space was very important for me and for my family as well, because I'm coming from a Mexican family where we don't talk about depression and we don't say what's happening and that's not true. Um, and you know, you're just being lazy and da, da, da. And
hmm
we don't talk about those things or don't tell people or what happens at home stays at home. A lot of that mindset. And so for me to have gone through all that, I think it kind of changed the mindset for my mom, which was very important to me because it was a lot of back and forth between my mom at the time. Um, After that, um, I think a year or two later, I found myself moving out of the home with my mom and living with an aunt, a state over, and to go to high school to finish high school because I was hospitalized, I had lost my scholarship.
hmm
I had lost my scholarship to my private high school that I earned. I lost my scholarship to my boarding school because they were scared of the stigma around what hospitalization meant, what mental health. They were like, we don't think we even have resources for you here to help you. And I lost a lot
Wow.
just trying to go get help. Um, so when I went to go live with my aunt has a background in social work. So I got to really build on that relationship with my auntie, and um, she helped me a lot. She helped me grow a lot. Her and my cousin, which is her only daughter, um, they just helped me through getting myself back up, getting back in school, trying to do better, be better. Um, and again, I found myself in a dark hole, and I was just like, what the heck? Like, I thought I figured it out. Like, what are we doing? Like, and same thing happened again. Um, I found myself when I left this time though, I had a greater appreciation for life. I had tried to take my own life,
Mm,
and I think in the midst of being hospitalized because I had had to get my stomach pumped, ooh, I realized it just wasn't the answer.
mm,
It wasn't the solution to my problems. Um, and that I wasn't gonna make anything better like that. If anything, I was gonna cause more harm to the ones I loved. Um, and I also realized there, and I love that you said it in your intro, I was worth the same amount of love I was giving the people around me.
mm,
And I was worth taking care of enough. Like I was taking care of those around me. So after that, I was like, okay, so let's try again. Let's try again. This is the third time. Let's try again. And um, I graduated high school. I had pretty good grades um, compared to the grades I had had before. Graduated high school. And I went into accounting right out of high school. I'd always really liked numbers. I'd always really liked math. Um, and my family was very like, you should do accounting. You're great at math. Go do accounting. And I'm like, okay, sure. and I was offered an opportunity to go do accounting with a family-owned firm. And I was doing accounting and I hated it.
Mm.
It was like this is not fun. This is not fun at all. Mind you, I'm like 18 and I'm like, yikes, I don't like this. I just got out of school and I feel like I'm back in school.
Mm.
And oh my God. Yeah, and I didn't feel like I had any other choice but to go to work. I'm the oldest of three. So I didn't really see college as an option for me. I was I was always under the impression I had to help my parents. So if I'm not
Mm.
helping my parents, I'm making it worse, which is BS. But so I was like, I gotta find something. I gotta do something. Um, what's up? Like, what's up? And I remember all through high school, I'm seeing so many people be like, yeah, I got an internship at so and so, and I got an internship at so and so, and I got an intern. And I'm like, I wonder how they did that. Like, I want an internship somewhere. Like, I want to go intern and you can pay me. And like, what's an internship? And unfortunately, I was overlooked a lot by school counselors because of my grades and because of whatever other things that whatever other stigma my mental health had around what I could do.
Mm.
And so they never really asked. And I never wanted to ask because I was like, they don't think. So I was like, okay, now I'm out of high school. I can't talk to a counselor. Um, I couldn't really talk to my parents about internships because they, my dad just graduated high school and my mom never did school out here. She did school in Mexico. So I was like, who am I asking?
Mm.
Who am I asking? What am I doing? And I was like, whatever. I'm gonna find another job in the meantime, and while I'm looking for another job, I'm also gonna look for internships. So I go on my computer at the accounting firm, and I'm just like internships, or work with kids or something. Like I just want to do something. Can I be a teacher's assistant? Can I work with kids? Like what's up? Like I have to be able to do something. Can I be a counselor, like a summer camp counselor?
Mm.
And I'm looking and I got an opportunity with my elementary school to be a TA for the school year. And I was like, okay, cool. I got a job for the school year. Now I need to find something for the summer because I can't stay here. So
Mm.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep looking, kids, interns, youth camps, something. And it's like Rebels for Peace,
Mm.
summer youth internship, ages 16 to 24, mental health and resilience, work with kids. And I'm like, oh my God, what? I was like, this gotta be God. Like this is a sign. Like this is literally everything I've been looking for. And I was like, yes, whatever. And I was like, yeah, like I feel like let's go. Let's go. So I apply and I get a call from their program manager at the time. And she was like, hi, is this Melina? And I was like, yes, is calling. And she's like, oh, I'm so and so with Rebels for Peace. We just received your resume. I would love to do an interview with you. Can we set up an interview? I was like, yes. But I'm trying to act cool. So I was like, yeah, sure. What time? Ooh, ooh. And she was like, okay, we set up an interview. She did the interview. And I was like, okay, I'm very intrigued. And I did the internship and I started the internship and I started late into the internship. It's like a 6 week internship. I think I started the third week or the
Mm.
second or the fourth week, one of those. And I I come into this internship and I don't know nobody. It's like just a whole bunch of different faces. And I'm like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do? Like I'm very outspoken now.
Mm.
When I started the internship, I was not. I was just like, I don't know these people. What are we talking about? I'm late. I've come so late into the program. What are we even doing? And I sit down. We're like in a U shape, and it's Dejan and the program manager at the time in the middle of the U shape. And Dejan's one of our co-founders. And they're like, "Oh, everybody say hi to Melina." Da 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 da. And I felt very welcomed. And I think the next day I met Prince. And Prince just comes up to me. He's like, "Hi, how are you?" And Prince, thank you so much. I'm so happy you're here. And I'm like, who are these two young men running an internship? They're my age. Like, what are we doing? And I was like, oh my gosh, am I in good hands? What's gonna happen? But it was the most transformative internship of my life. It had solidified so many things for me,
Mm.
and it had helped me heal in a way that I've been wanting to heal by myself.
Mm.
And not only did I learn we just can't heal by ourselves sometimes. I had amazing people around me motivating me and supporting me and covering me. And I was like, I feel so loved in this room.
Mm.
And as a person who loves to love, I felt like I'm seen here, I'm safe here, I'm loved here, and I'm supported here. Like I'm uplifted here. Like these are not only were these people comforting to me, they were amazing individuals, very talented and brave and just compassionate, like leaders. That's all I saw throughout the room. I'm like, these are leaders.
Mm.
I was like, wow, to be seen. And we also had like a round table where we had other leaders who are already doing the work and other nonprofits come to this leadership table and just give their advice and give their words of wisdom and give their view and tell us how they got to where they are and their own trials and tribulations. And we're going around in a circle and we're all realizing we're not alone in this. We've
Mm.
all had to overcome something to be who we are. And it's just part of the process. And it's okay. And I had never felt like my process was okay because I had the stigmas or people didn't want to touch the topic or didn't want to talk about it or it was I felt like my mental health was like I felt like I had the plague. Like nobody wanted to
Mm.
touch me, nobody wanted
Mm.
to touch it. It was like, oh, or like they wanted to put me in a bubble and hope I was okay.
Mm.
And I didn't need a bubble. Um, so I learned a lot about forgiveness for myself, how to forgive myself for struggling for so long and not asking for help, or how to forgive myself in other aspects. And I'm just sharing. I'm sorry, I'm such a crybaby too. And also the leader next to me was Mara. Are you kidding me? I don't even know who Mara is at this point. I'm just pouring my heart out to her. And if you guys ever meet Mara, if you even read her book, you see Mara's an amazing mind, an amazing individual. And that was so touching. So I got to talk to Mara. And right next to Mara is Rob Cook. I don't know if you know who Rob Cook is. He's also an amazing leader. He does amazing work in California. Uh, he's also had his own mental health struggles and been through his own trials and tribulations. So I just have all these great voices that are not only my age, but are also older than me and have some kind of accomplishment on paper, which they are very accomplished. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not a lost cause.
Mm.
It's not over. Um, and I'm not crazy for
Mm.
thinking what I'm thinking because these people think the same thing. And I was like, wow, like man, like I needed this so badly, like I'm leaving with such a different perspective, a different point of view. At that time I was taking the train there and back. So my mom would pick me up from the train station and she'd be like, "What are you learning? Like, what are you talking about over there?" And I tell her every day, like I'm just spewing everything on the car ride. Mind you, it's like a 10-minute car ride. And I'm like, "Mom," and then we did this, and then we did this. I'm like, "Mom, and you don't believe what we talked about today?" And we talked about perspectives and how we, and my mom was like, "Melina, I've never seen you so happy. Like it's been a minute since I've seen you like this. I see
Mm,
this light back in your eyes that I've been asking for, that I've been wanting to see again." I'm like, "Ma, I feel so complete. Like I feel secure in myself."
mm,
And she's like, "Oh, I love this for you. Like, like make the most out of it." And I was like, yeah, I was like, man, what I would do to be in that space all the time. And internship comes to an end and I get pulled aside by Prince and Dejan and Edic. And they're like, "We'd love to offer you uh, a permanent spot with us." And I'm like, "Are you sure?"
mm,
I'm like, "Are you I'm thinking like this dude's crazy. Like he lost his mind. He doesn't know who he's talking to. I'm the wrong intern. I don't know. Like what are you talking about? Like me?" I'm like, "Dude, I've been blubbering and crying through your whole internship. I know you're not talking to me." And he's like,
mm.
"Melina, yeah, like you've just been so open. You've given so much insight. And we just love to have you on the team." And I'm like, "I would love to be on the team. I would love nothing more." Um, and I'm like, "You mean I can do what you guys did for me for other people?" I would love to. I would love to. I would love to. I would love to. A million times, yes, I would love to. So I had to call off my other job offer for the school year. I felt a little bad, but I was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. And I started training with them, and I've been here 3 years. And I'm going on for my fourth year, and I'm helping hosting the internships, and I'm helping hire interns and get partners for our internship. And anything that has to do with the internship, I'm 10 toes down. I'm going hard for, and I'm just like, yes, anything you need, and what can we do? And I have an amazing team that's got, again, brilliant minds, and I've been helping host, and I'm here working with the kiddos, doing my part, training now too, doing the internships. Like it's definitely a full circle moment and one that I'm very proud of, I will say. Yes.
Thank you so much for what you just shared, Mylena. Um, so much. I'm so inspired by someone who can. So I remember. I think our listeners might know if they've been listening for a while or may remember that I lost the ability to walk in 2011 because I had developed a yucky intestinal ailment called diverticulitis.
Mm.
And the antibiotics that I took to make it better had an ingredient in them that only 5 years in did we learn this was something that causes tendon rupture, tendon scarring. It wasn't just me, it was lots of people. But I was one who, and I still live with this today. It's a tendon condition that just the tendon rupture and tendon scarring happens quickly with me, much more. There's no sort of like warning. It's just, and those things are done by stress. It's caused especially by stress, and just the settings in my body are now prone to this. And I developed the diverticulitis because I was trying so hard to get everybody else what they needed that I was going without any self care, without good sleep, without good hydration or nutrition, without exercise. And And I mean, I know that they're different. Our roads are different, yours and mine, but there's so much. Just listening to you, I felt so inspired by someone who could speak to all of that from a place of well-being inside and say, this is how it's been for me. And in 2014, I lost the ability to use my hands almost at all. I had about 5% use of my hands because it's a global
Yeah.
body tendon condition, right? And at that point, I started seeing a therapist because I was losing my mind. And I was having anxiety attacks and things like that. And anyway, the universe gave me the most wonderful therapist. We were together for 7 years until he retired, actually.
Oh.
And he, I remember him saying to me, emotions don't lie because I'd been ashamed in just like you're describing in your family, this is taboo. We don't talk about this. We don't, you're not allowed to go there, right? And in my, I would say upbringing, because it was more than my family, but it was just sort of the world is like, you do not show emotion. You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to have these feelings or at least to express them. As an adult, I've only a few years ago, I learned that I have ADHD. So like I was just too much for a lot of the world, right? And just as you were speaking, I was remembering my therapist saying emotions don't lie because it's not, I think what I'm so, well, I'm inspired by your whole story, first of all. And secondly, in this moment, I feel so delighted to be in a conversation with you and you can speak to the emotion and through the emotion to be able to say what you want to say without just letting go of, I don't know, any. I do the same thing now, I think, because I'm perfectly comfortable to say, in fact, I remember with my family saying something along the lines of, when I was in training I did a solo hike across northern England in 2023. And when I was training for that, a lot of the training was not about uh, the hiking. It was really about what was going on inside and like leaving my family for 3 weeks and how would they be okay. And even though my husband is, a middle-aged guy and our kids were at the time were 23 and 19. It's like they didn't need me and like they were when they were really little. But the reason I'm thinking about it is because that was when I started to be able to say to them, like, what do you need in order to support me in fully expressing my emotions? Because these are three guys who don't have the same level of desire to emote as I did, right? And I remember with one, and I have permission to share this with one of my sons. Um, he he said, "Well, you know what? Because he's a paramedic now. He was an EMT at the time, and he said, "Well, what I would really like is if I see you in distress, can I hold my thumb up to you, and then you can hold yours up to me, and then I'll know that you're okay." Like
Hmm.
he didn't even want to verbalize. He just wanted to be able to for us to be able to communicate with a signal so that if I was crying or something like that and he was worried, he could know, okay, she's okay because she's holding her thumb up to me. And what's been really lovely about that is that's come back. There have been times where I have been perhaps inappropriately inserting myself into his business and he's been able to hold up his thumb and say, and I can go, oh, okay, you're all right. I know you're all right because you've given me this signal, right? Like it doesn't have to be much, but it felt like we were really communicating. And you with your mom saying, I've been missing this light in your eyes, and here it is. Um, it's not that they don't love us, right? It's that they don't know how to give us what we need.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think it took me a long time to realize that. It was like,
Mm,
why am I not getting this from my parents? And I had a lot of resentment. I was like, why am I not getting this from my mom and my dad? And why aren't you guys showing up? And like, I just wanted to shake them and be like, hello, like, help me.
mm,
And I realized they don't know how. They don't know how because they never learned. And my grandparents don't know how. They never learned. And it's again, it's not that they don't want to show up. is they don't know how. And
Mm,
it's just I had to learn it. I can't blame you for something that you never learned. And now it'd be different if you knew how to help me and you chose not to. That was not the case. Um and I think through my healing and my journey, my mom's been able to watch and help heal herself too. And we
wow.
talk about that a lot. We talk about that a lot. I have permission to share as well.
Mm,
But my mom's like very, Milena, when I saw you going through this, I realized this for myself.
mm,
Or or I seen you talk about or open up about the things that you have gone through. I've been able to realize things for myself. And just having conversations about my mom's own upbringing or my father's own upbringing, and getting a better understanding for my parents and a compassion for them too,
mm.
instead of anger and resentment for them. Because my parents have had it hard too, and here I am. When you're down in the dumps, you literally think, "Oh my God, why is this happening to me and only me and the world's crashing around me and everyone's okay?" So, but it's like, girl, they're going through it too. Sometimes you just can't see it, and
Mm,
so yeah, it's a lot of that, and I don't think it helped that me and my mom did not have the best communication or the best relationship or none of that because I really can't tell you help me because I don't even talk to you like that. Like, what
mm.
the heck? That couldn't be further from the truth now for both of my parents. I have great relationship with both of them, great communication. It took a lot of trial and error. Um, and what I'm most proud of is that my brothers have that now too. And
Mm.
they don't have to reach a breaking point to get that. They just have it with their parents and they have it with me. And they have a support system that's unquestionable, untouchable. And if they need it to be better, they know how to vocalize that too. Definitely.
Yeah, that I think that's really well said. You had said before that you feel secure in yourself. And when when we feel secure in ourselves, it's like this is why I think about, and I love that you reference what I say at the beginning of the show about taking care of ourselves, right? Like we would take care of our loved ones. It feels, especially at the beginning of this journey for me, it felt so bass backwards. It was like, how is this, you know, how is this the thing? But it is, and I think the reason that it is because I'm okay inside, and I can be I can be okay when someone else isn't okay instead of either just feeling bad or climbing into the well with them or right. And um and it becomes such a much better way to support after we already all feel okay, you know?
I agree. No,
Yeah.
yeah. I grew up in a household where if one person's mad, we all gotta be mad. Or somebody's
Yes.
upset, we all have to be upset. And I grew up in that environment. My mom is mad, I'm mad. My mom's upset, I'm upset. My dad's mad, I'm mad. And it's just like, it's overwhelming, especially when they're not your own feelings.
Yes. Yeah.
And um, I also learned through being secure in myself, I'm able to do way more for people, or even better, I'm able to allow people to do way more for themselves
Hmm.
instead of trying to run and cover and do and n- it's crazy. And so I've had to had a lot of talks where they're like, Melina, we got it. It's okay if you go do your own thing. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, okay, but when if it starts falling apart, you could call me. I'll just come. And they're like, Melina, no, go. It's your turn.
Mm,
It's your turn to do it for you.
mm,
And it's been such a breath of fresh air, like, oh, I'm doing it for me now.
mm.
And if you need me and I can, I will. And I also love to feel like the people around me are like, we've been waiting for you to do it for you too, you know? So
Yes, they don't want us to not.
they don't want us to not. And my fear was, okay, but if I'm not doing it, who's gonna do it? And they're
Yeah,
like, well, me. And I'm like, okay, but can you
yeah.
do? And they're like, yes. And that was something hard for me because again, I'm the oldest of three. I have that eldest daughter mindset where I had to take care of everyone around me. Everyone has to be happy. Everyone has to be okay. And it's always everyone, then me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still trying to break away from that. I'm not gonna tell you I'm fully there, but I'm definitely trying to break away from that. And I'm a lot of the talks that I've had or people have had to had with me, especially in my leadership, is Melina, you gotta believe in them enough to know that they're gonna be okay even when you're not there.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
yikes. I didn't even think about it like that. I didn't even think, I mean, I'm not believing in them. I'm just thinking I gotta do it. And they're like, no, you gotta believe in them. And you gotta believe in their abilities to take care of themselves and their abilities to do what's best for themselves and their abilities to learn too and grow just like you.
Mm,
And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, you do have to grow for yourself. Well, you do have to do it for yourself. And as I'm learning that for them, I'm also learning it for me. So I'm just like, okay, okay, cool. Now, I mean, we're people where I fall into habits, but I even see that like I tell the story all the time, like with my brother for another reason. My youngest brother, he goes to boarding school too, and my middle child goes boarding school too. And I'll talk to my brothers on the weekends, and we'll get together and we're talking, and I'm like, "So how's school? And like, what's going on?" Da, da, da. And I remember one time he told me, he's like, "This boy's bothering me at school. He bothers everyone at school, but he's really bothering me." And I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, so I have to go up to the school and I have to argue with everybody. And I was like, no, this kid's not gonna get away with it. I need to talk to his
mm.
mom. I need to talk to him. Like now. And Aaron's like, he's like, I don't want you to do anything. And I'm like, I don't want you to go up there. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, Aaron, no, like, Aaron, no, you don't understand. Like, what he's doing is not okay. So like, I have to, like, now. And he's like, no, I don't want you to. I'm like, Aaron. And he hits me with what a sibling hits you with, I'm gonna tell mom.
I too have two younger brothers. I'm the oldest of three, so I know that feeling.
He's like, I'm gonna tell mom. And I'm like, tell mom. So we call mom, and mom is like, Melina, you need to calm down.
Mm.
We do need to go up there, but we can't go up there arms and guards and just ready to blow it up. And I'm like, mom, you don't understand. Like, they're messing with my little brother. Like, she's like, she's like, are you listening to Aaron? He don't want you to go up there like that. And I'm like, and I had to realize, I'm like, he's telling me because he just wants me to listen.
Mm.
He wants me to just listen to him right now and not try to solve it and not try to find a solution and not try to fight with people and like you're doing a lot of extra stuff for somebody who does not want it and quite frankly would not make their situation better right now.
Mm.
And and I tell that story all the time because I wanted to jump to a solution when I should have just been listening. And I stopped doing that. I listen first just to listen. And if you want a solution or you want advice, I'm down. If I have it, and if I don't, I can't. Um, but yeah, that's the one that's like you can't do it for everybody because either A, they don't need it or B, they don't want it.
Mm.
and you need to find your place. And sometimes you don't have a place there. Your place is to listen. Your place
Uh,
is to just listen.
yeah, yeah. And I love that you speak about that from a leadership perspective, that like that letting letting people grow through what they go through and us just being the listener to support, like that is so helpful. It's how people grow and feel really supported and connected, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think, I mean, what a magical conversation. I think that's what's really in my head. We had talked before we started, before we started recording about this. Well, it started because I think it started because I have this little bag that is full of. So we I know how we got into this because I was sharing that 6 months ago, my life partner and I moved to rural Maine. We'd been living in suburbia for all of our lives, and we now live at the end of a mile-long dirt road in a very, very rural part of Maine, on 25 acres where you can't see anyone around. Like it's, we wanted this. This is our absolute dream for 28 years. And my husband was recently laughing at me, and I could only laugh at myself because I've been carrying this bag every time I leave in a car. I carry this little bag full of like ice cleats and emergency rations and water and more than one hat and over mitts and all these things. Even if it's a 40 degree, it was a 40-degree day the other day, and my husband was like, he's like, you know, you got your I'm scared of Maine bag. I was like, that's what it is. Like, that's exactly what it is. And I was reminded of the preschool children that I used to work with who would bring things into school in their backpacks that didn't make any sense to me, but that I look back now and I realize for sure that was to help them feel safe in a new environment. And and then you, Melina, were sharing some beautiful things with me that you used to take with you when you were small to feel safe. And I would love if you'd share about that. But the other thing that I really am curious about is because I feel like what this is for me, that little bag for me, my I'm scared of Maine bag is really my I am genuinely reaching for my dreams. I am living my dreams, and this is what is helping me feel safe to live my dreams. And I'm wondering if is there anything like that for you today that you've, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but like on some level, is there anything like that for you right now that you keep with you as you're reaching for your dreams or growing into your dreams?
Y- Yes. I have multiple things. I'm not gonna lie. Um, the first one that came to my head is a lot of people make vision boards.
Mm,
I have a vision list. Um, uh, I think the year before I got the internship, I found a video on YouTube by Steve Harvey. He basically tells you how to write down all your goals, and go over that list every day and every night. And I have a list of 400 things I want to accomplish on the list. Um, that I pray before I do it, and I read it, and then I pray again. And I do that every day and every night, just to remind myself what's coming my way and what I'm growing into and what I'm going for too. Um, I'm very spiritual, so I have my Bible. I hold my relationship with God very close to me, and I give a lot of props to who I am and where I am at right now. Um, I think those are my main two, and this gonna sound so silly, but uh, a pair of comfortable shoes.
mm.
Because I'm always wearing some kind of heels or something, and I'm just like, I just want my Crocs right now.
I love it.
That and a pen. Oh my goodness, a pen. Like your pen will come through. That's for me. Like that's my basics for me. my basics for my role as a facilitator. Okay, I kid you not, my car looks like a daycare. I got candy, I got workbooks, I got my curriculum, pens, dry erase markers, stickers, just any and everything that I might need for a class and maybe and we prep for classes. I was just in the car. I got extra candy in the car. I got extra snacks in the car. I got this in the car. I got something in the car. I got it in the car.
Mm,
Um, but I think for right now, that's what I hold closely to. And just me. I just
mm.
I hope I slept right. But that I would say that's my only thing that I carry around with me. Um, I don't really carry a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Um, except for what is in my car. But for like my individual go-to is my pen, my notebook, and that's
Crocs and
it.
Bible. Beautiful.
Crocs and Bible. What
Yeah.
else? Yeah.
Well, and you know what else is occurring to me about both of our things that we're carrying? It's not that I never use the things that I carry, right? Like those ice cleats have come out and they have been my essentials on every walk I've taken since December, right? Because this is where I live now. If you're going to go sledding, you probably want a hat and some good over mitts and some
Yeah.
leg gaiters, right? And the things that like you don't, it's not a sort of I'm prepping for some future thing I'm worried about by stacking 40 crates of baked beans in the basement. It's you are using what is in your bag, and so am I. I mean, like, uh, and they are they're intricately connected with our dreams. One of yours is a literal list of your dreams, which that is so awesome. I love that. Yeah, I feel there's a I think the word is synthesis or maybe synchrony, like two people with very different, I would say, life experiences, but so much similar, and two people with dreams that are each of our own and a lot shared. I think each of us bringing along with us what we feel we're going to need to do that,
Yeah.
you know, what
Yes.
will be helpful.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Well, I can't believe we're here already, Melina. Our time is short,
Very.
very short, and in fact, it's 2 minutes over. And I'm so grateful for the conversation. So thrilled to have been able to be in this space with you. And I'm wondering if there's anything that you'd like to just say here at the end, that feels important to bring in.
Um, well, when I'd look into Rebels for Peace, of course. I'd encourage people to go look at the work that we're doing.
Mm,
Um, to see the kids that we're helping and that we're supporting and we're giving community to. Um, and I challenge you to see a piece of yourself in them as well. And
mm,
remind yourself what you were like as a kid. And making sure that we're making that kid proud. That's
mm.
what I say. Make your younger self proud and just be curious. Be curious.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you so
Thank you.
much. Um, Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with us today. If you'd like to get in touch with Melina, I usually ask this at the beginning and I just forgot today. Melina, what is a good place for folks to get in touch with you?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you our Rebels for Peace. If you would love to talk to me, I have access to our account. I'm down to DM. And you can also find me on LinkedIn, Melina
Mm,
Navarrete, and you could shoot me a text. And I'm down for conversations. I love being very connected, and um, I'm just here for support and advice and to be a listening ear.
mm.
Um, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I will share the link, your LinkedIn link, um, so that folks can find you there. And when when you were saying that people could message with you within Rebels for Peace, did you mean at the website? Did you mean
Our Instagram. So
on Instagram? Okay,
on
cool.
Instagram,
All
yes.
right. So the Rebels for Peace Instagram and Melina at on LinkedIn. So either of those places um, is going to be a good place to find Melina. Yeah, thank you so much, Melina, for being with us, and folks, thanks for listening. We're just glad to spend this time together today.
Yes, thank you guys. I hope you have a nice week.
We will see you next time.